Okay, my friends, so here we have a few more examples of things we're not going to use. So if you have them at home or at a store, if you own a store that sells any type of these things, please go ahead and clean them up. So here's some examples of magazines or even simple printout pages that match this, find that. None of these we're going to have. They're not needed, not sustainable, printing materials for no reason. Okay? Alright, children gonna actually paint and color at schools as parents and do actual proper games outside and not in paper like that. Okay? Alright, so here we have a few things that we're not going to have. Oh, board games, if they're really good, they're gonna be sent to thrift stores because thrift stores gonna have proper instructions on which ones can be sold, which ones cannot, or parts of one or another. Okay, so here are miniature things that we're not going to have. Children gonna actually plant, care, and harvest and eat fruits and vegetables, not playing about them. And any of these houses and castles and things we're going to use. Okay, no ramps, no wooden toys like that promoting movies. Look, Winnie the Pooh. Look at this name, and people are still buying. Look at this, Pixar Toy Story, wooden toys. None of this we're going to have. Play-Dohs, animals or stuffed animals that sing, stretch, some that drink water and pee, and then you change their diapers. Goodness, we don't need none of these things. We need harmonious toys, okay? Harmonious, nice toys. And we're not going to promote any sweets. Children are going to have with any type of sweets. Play sets, gonna be for the whole community. People inside their homes for the individual use, they're not going to have play sets. If they have, they can go ahead and donate them to a community that needs them because it's important. We share, right? Okay, none of these cutouts or color or draw or paint we're going to have. And none of these items for farming, okay? No dolls, no Barbies, no tractors, none of these are needed. People are not going to have children, are going to have kitchen sets and at homes because they're not needed. No transformers of any type, any size, any need. Look at this. No cars, no plastic dolls, not even cotton dolls at the house because they're not needed, they're hard to wash. There are some specific ones for young children, some for infants, young children up to 4th grade. They can have a few things to play. We're going to show in a separate video, okay? So children, teens, and young adults are not going to have any video game, any type of electronics because they're not needed, not sustainable. No Bluetooth, no earplugs, okay? So all of these are not needed. So talk to your children, your teenagers, nicely and properly, and separate them already for the pickup day. So here we are not going to have any train set like that because they easily break them. Okay, we're going to have children gonna have some little cars, little things in a basket, and on the video for them we are going to explain. So none of these toys, no plastic books, none of these things are needed. Not sustainable, not positive. Look at this, none of this, no garages, no. Look at these things, and people buys them. Imagine. We have to focus on harmonious opportunities for our children. So instead of playing, cooking, they're actually gonna prepare food with their parents. Yes, Yes, children, 2 years old and up, even infants. Parents gonna be talking to them. No, hi, how you doing? We're going to make salad today, even that they don't eat salad yet. But that's how we inspire our children. Okay? So here, no music, play toys, and Legos. None of these things are needed. So infants are not going to have things like that. They're going to have some different ones. I'm going to show another video, just items for them. Okay, none of these items, houses and trailers that open up and close down, actually they are not sustainable. You cannot promote children to have such a thing if they're not sustainable. Okay, so none of this, look at this, monsters. People are giving monsters to their children, and then they complain they have ADD, ADHD, they're not harmonious. Of course they're not harmonious. Look what they have around. So we're not going to have any cleaning items at the houses or for sale. People, children, teens, young adults gonna actually help their parents and actually clean the houses, wash the bathrooms, clean the windows. Okay? So that's very important. No cameras of any type, no electronics of any type, no remote control items, not even wooden cars like that one. Okay? All the stories, fairy tales are gone. Gone. They're negative, they have evil in between them. They're all gone. Ship cruise lines, they're all gone as well. They're not sustainable. They're not sustainable. So here, some more plastic things. They're not needed. More monsters we don't need. Okay? We need to focus on positive things, positive and harmonious items. Okay? And a lot of outside time, playtime. Okay? Nothing related to Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, nothing of that. No guns, no Star Wars of any type, my friends. No Minecrafts, nothing of that. No Legos of any type, and no special plastic setups for any type of any reason. Okay, so look at this. We don't have any of this, and special plastics for this. Special plastics to build that. Look. Monsters that we don't need. Okay, we're not going to have maze of any type, not built, not printed, not, because we need to find harmonious things, find path, in an easy way. Build our gardens in an easy way, not to make complicated. None of these things, no tractors, no setups of trains, none of these things are needed. This is just a catalog I got. Came on a mail advertisement catalog. That's how I have it. So, none of these garages and setups and other plastics to build other things, none of these are needed. Okay? None of this. So if you have any of those types, please go ahead, talk to your children, set them aside, and wait for the pickup day. If you have, recycle pickup, you can already recycle them. Take all the batteries, all the screws out. Look at this, real monsters. Look. And here other sets of plastic toys for this, plastic toys for that. So none of these are needed. Look, none of this, this type of different build-up plastics. No Pokemon, I said, right? No Minecraft. Here's another type of plastic. No metals, no magnets. They're not sustainable, right, my friends? They're not sustainable, so we don't need them. Okay, here's another type of plastic. Children play a little bit, leave them on the side for the rest of the year. And parents buy more and more and more and more. So none of these things are needed. Not sustainable. No one gonna have a globe at home. At schools, they're gonna have one globe to share with many people. Very sustainable. Okay. So no Play-Doh that does a bunch of different things. Or can make cakes or cupcakes or look at this. We're not going to have for ourselves and we're not going to have for them. So none of these are needed. So plastic, and they are going at school on proper ages. They're going to have proper geometry classes. They're going to take proper classes. Look. All this becomes trash. No one of any age gonna have crafts at home. Oh, children like this, parents like this, father like this, mothers like this. No one gonna have at home yarn, strings of any type, of any embroidery of any sort. At schools, they're gonna work for proper hand and brain coordination. That's it. No one gonna have the sets of play, color, watercolor, or easels. Nothing of those are needed. Or acrylic things to paint or to use as shape modeling. Or look at this. Look at this. So the toys I said, right? All board games gonna be donated. The real bad ones, please go ahead and recycle them. Okay, so none of these things, nothing related to Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, or none of this. Not needed, not positive, not sustainable. Okay, so some card games we can have. We're going to show which ones we're going to sell. Actually, we're going to sell at our peace stores that have a very few items. So none of these we're going to have. Okay, some good stories, book stories, gonna be in a basket. Don't need to hang so many things on the wall. Okay, none of this we're going to have. None of this. Okay, and here are more plastic and houses and things. You know, at the school, little children gonna have a proper wooden house to play and things to create and build. But then it's different. At school, for everyone to share, and after that is gone. You know, none of these dolls. Look, what's that? Goodness. And, you know, so here's just some examples of things. You know, we can't promote things like that for our children. You know, they have to focus on playtime, not in party time. And we're not going to give these things either, because we have to focus on everyone being healthy. You know, it became a fashion that every child needs to play with things like that. And schools got them, and people with crutches, with wheelchairs. But that's all fake. It's not the reality. We have to focus on having people, healthy people, you know, not people with problems. And none of this we're going to have as well. Okay, none of this. So none of these items. And here, all these castles, all these costumes, none of this we're going to have. And it's forbidden to have collection of anything. They're not healthy, not even shells if they live by the beach, or seeds. Because people collect coins, dolls. So much money. Look at this. Look at that. So none of this we're going to have. Okay? So no more fantasy, or dolls, or costumes, or houses, or animals that does this or that, or stuffed animals that sing or have battery in it. Okay, so we're not going to have this or that or this, not cars like that. Children need to walk and have outside play time. So nobody gonna have that. We're going to have everything wood, really well sanded, well protected, the wood well protected. We're not going to have tricycles. As I said, children need to walk. No bicycles for anyone. No scooters. Okay, no sleeping bags. No, they're not sustainable. We need regular, because when we go out, we're not going to really camp. We're going to have opportunities in parks that already have some apartments built to receive the people. Okay, no one gonna have flashlights or lamps or side lamps or table lamps or floor lamps. Okay, none of these are needed. No guns of any type, no BB guns, no water guns, none of these are needed. So no screen of any type, they're not needed, not sustainable. No one gonna have laptops or computers at home. Computers gonna be at educational sites and some job that need them. You know, some stores, some businesses that need them. That's it. None of this we're going to have at the house. Only parents gonna have their cell phone and their earplugs. No instruments at the house. Not sustainable. We're billions of people in this planet. So all gonna be donated. Schools can teach the children, gonna have some instruments at the schools. So shoes, nothing gonna be like colorful like that. They're not needed. 2 colors without advertisement. So 2 colors, you know, the white and the blue on top. That's okay. Printing. Print we're not going to have, because everything we're doing is for centuries and millions of years. So this needs special machines that we're not going to have. So we're going to use solid colors. That's the most sustainable for everyone. And none of this we're going to have. Look how people can sleep, and then parents complain, oh, they have ADD, they have ADHD, they don't sleep. Of course they don't sleep. Look. Of course they don't sleep. So every child gonna have cool colors, blankets, solid colors for them to sleep. That's very simple. No red, clear, soft, clear colors. So none of this, no batteries of any type, okay? And no cutouts as well. No one at home gonna have cutouts. Cut this to build that, cut that to do this. We're going to be outside. And on winter time, we can play some games together, do some things together, because all this promotes trash. After a few days, trash. So, no books or games of stories that are animals where look like people, or people that look like animal. None of these we're going to have. Cut here, bend there, mix. So, and no things like that as well, to color, to match, or to find, We're not going to have that either. No animals that are not really harmonious. And we're not going to have things like that too. Someone that starts something and then they for the person to complete. What's that? People are gonna create their whole thing themselves. Okay? So here are some ideas, and please go ahead and clean them up, leave them ready for pickup. All right, we're getting ready. Have a wonderful day.